Hey everybody, my name's Kip Atkinson. I'm the inventor of Don't Bump the Table. Um, I've got lots of questions from people about how we came up with the idea, how we're making the game, why we're doing certain things, and so we wanted to make just some videos that kind of go over those different things, show you how we're making it, talk about the history, some of our decisions and why, and hopefully help some people who are looking to make their own board games. So follow along, subscribe. You can follow us at Facebook or Instagram at Don't Bump the Table. You can also join our email list at don'tbumpthetable.com. There's a sign up there. We're getting ready to launch this game in March on Kickstarter, so we'll have we'll notify everybody through emails and Facebook when that's coming up, to so you can get in early on the game and get the discounts. So make sure to follow along. But anyway, just kind of the history on our game is years ago, my mother-in-law was teaching dance classes, and as part of the class, she wanted to kind of give a prize to some of the other teachers that were helping her. And so she drew up some designs, and then she took those over to a neighbor and had him cut them out of wood. Now this is an example of one of those, and they ended up calling them dancer blocks. Now this is her son-in-law. He's in a wheelchair, and he dances for a company in London called Access Dance Company. And anyway, so this is one of the poses. They had other ones, but they found out that they were really fun to stack. As you put the poses, you could stack them on top of each other in different poses and different things, and they're just lots and lots of fun. We had tons of fun doing it, and my wife was like, this is amazing, we have to make this a thing, people will love it, we need to market this. And for me, I saw two flaws that I was like, I don't want to market this, I don't want to put this out, because I think there's two problems that need to be addressed first. The first one was being modern dance poses. I was like, not everybody knows what the poses are, they don't know what the names are for the poses. No, that's not a thing that everybody can appeal to. And the other part was being made out of wood. They were brittle and just kind of fragile in parts. This one's held in really well because the wood grain runs along the arm. Other ones, if they run across the arm, they would tend to break. And so that's what would happen, is you'd stack these really tall, and then they'd fall over on the table, and we were losing arms and legs and heads, and so it was just kind of a problem. I'm like, you can't build it out of wood, they need to be a different material. And so we talked about different types of materials. But fast forward years later, and I was going to school in 3D modeling and animation. And so what I did was I used this as kind of an idea to sell my wife on buying a 3D printer. I'm like, if we get a 3D printer, I can make your blocks for you finally, and that'll be kind of cool. And so, yeah, she finally approved that. So I ended up getting a 3D printer, and I took the chance to kind of fix the two problems that I saw. First of all, I made them into animals, because I'm like, everybody can recognize animals. An animal looks like an animal. Alligators look like alligators. Everybody knows that. And so when I made them, I started making these, but also making them out of plastic. Now plastic, it's lightweight, it's also really strong, so we weren't breaking parts when they'd fall down. But the thing was, you'd start stacking these, and so we finally had our blocks, and we started stacking and playing with them, and it's really fun, and we were having lots of fun with it. But then I noticed that I'd just get really bored. It's like, oh yeah, we stacked this one, okay, that was fun, okay. So I was talking to my wife about this, and she was like, well, it needs to be a game. And I was like, whoa, okay. So we started to work on gameplay, some game mechanics. I came to find out that's what it's called. So we started changing up the rules and trying to tinker with it and playing it with people, my nieces and nephews and cousins, and we've had a lot of fun coming up with the game. But then the other part we found was, not only can you stack these really wide or really tall, but you can stack them really wide. And so we were like, well, that's got to be part of the game, is if you can stack these really wide, maybe that's part of it. And so as you can see, you can get all these different poses and different things, but you can stack them out and make them really wide. And so we ended up coming up with cards. I came up with 5 different card types, and I'll go over these more in a different video, but each one kind of does a different thing. And so as you're playing, you're drawing cards, and it changes the gameplay. And so you don't get bored, you don't have slow, stale play. And some of the cards are slower, some are faster, some you stack with a teammate, some you stack against each other. And so it kind of mixes it up, makes it interesting, keeps you having fun. Anyway, I'll go over more of these in different videos. Also, how we're 3D printing the characters, how we designed them. Anyway, any of those things. If you have questions, please, again, comment below. Follow us on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll make you some more videos. Thanks for watching.